If you're headed to Paris and have no idea what to wear, I have you covered in today's video. I've been to Paris many times, and even last year I was living there for the entire month. So I gathered lots of information to share with you if you are kind of planning an upcoming trip or if you're looking for some Parisian style inspiration. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So what is Parisian style? What is Parisian fashion? Just a little bit of an overview. In my opinion, it is a very chic and sophisticated dress code. Everyone looks effortless. Everyone looks like they didn't even try hard, but they still look so put together. I don't know what it is about the French style, but I absolutely love it. So when you're thinking about packing, or if you're thinking about what you want to wear in a destination like that, it's very much down to your key basic staples. It's a basic sweater, it's a button-up shirt, it's a great pair of trousers, a great jean. These key staple pieces just styled together perfectly is what makes up that Parisian style in my opinion. If you want to look even more into French style, look at French brands like Cezanne. I think has a very French aesthetic. I feel like lately J. Crew has been giving very French vibes, and even Quince. And Parisian fashion kind of has like a business casual look to it, but in a more effortless, cool girl way. I will leave some inspiration photos up here what defines that French style, so you can kind of get the gist of what you're going to see French women wearing when you're on your trip. But things to know when you are packing, I would say don't stress it. Anything goes in a city like Paris. There are so many tourists, so many people visiting that anything will go. But if you want to have that like local vibe or kind of blend in with the locals, I would say these are some things to like kind of look out for. Another thing to note, there are 4 seasons in Paris. So whenever you are visiting, just keep in mind what the weather is going to be. I was there for the entire month of February last year. And if you're headed there in winter, I have good news for you. It's not as cold as I thought it would be. I was wearing button-up shirts with no jacket some days, but some other days it was just a jacket and a sweater. During spring and fall, just be sure to bring those layers, bring those onion pieces so you can take things off and add things on throughout the day. And then summer, it gets a little bit warm. So definitely you don't really need a lot of jackets in the summertime. So now I want to go over some key things to consider when you are packing for Paris or want to emulate that Parisian style. Number 1, we're going to go with comfortable shoes. If you're going to Paris, if you're packing for a trip, comfortable shoes are a must. There's so much walking in a city like Paris. And when I was there for the entire month, I did not take one Uber or car service when I was on my trip, minus going to and from the airport. So I use public transportation everywhere. There's steps, there's walking. You're going to be hitting the pavement with your feet. So be sure you bring a comfortable shoe. Number 1, a white sneaker, in my opinion, is essential. You can go with like a style like the Adidas Sambas. It has more of like a fashion edge towards it, or a plain white sneaker. I love Dr. Scholl's Time Off sneaker. They're very comfortable. I've worn these on many trips as well. They take no time to break in and they go with every outfit. So I love these. Or if you want a full-on leather sneaker, I do love the Quince leather sneakers. They're very comfortable as well, and they're an incredible price. And by the way, I will leave these things linked down below in that description box if you are interested in finding out more about things that I'm bringing. A comfortable sneaker, number 1, is a must. So this is the shoe that you're probably going to be wearing every day on your trip, especially during the daytime. And the reason why I like going for more of like a smart style sneaker is that you can wear this to dinners in Paris, depending on like where you're going, if there's no specific dress code. So these work all day long and they're very comfortable. Another shoe to consider is like a ballet flat or a mule. I brought ballet flats every trip to Paris, and I will leave my favorites linked down below. They're very comfortable to wear and they have a very elegant kind of a look to them. And right now a Mary Jane is very much in trend, and these are great because you can wear these to dinner. Another shoe style you could bring is a loafer / a mule, depending on what season you're visiting. A full-on leather one I always love. I like these Sam Edelman loafers. I wore these a lot on my trip to Paris. And Paris does kind of have that like business casual vibe to it. The loafers just look very smart and they're comfortable to wear, so they're kind of like a win-win, and they have a very Parisian look to it. Now, depending on what season you're going in, you could do a black loafer for like fall, winter, and then if it's spring, summer, you could maybe do like a neutral or a lighter color just to play around with like the season and the tones of your outfits. Now, another shoe that I always like to bring to Paris is a booty heel style. These are the ones that I like to bring. These have a very low heel, but they do have that pointed toe and they're very comfortable. Like these, oh my gosh, I already took them to a shoe cobbler and these are just beat up, but you know what? They're very comfortable and I can walk and run in them. And these are a full leather booty heel. These are perfect for the evening time. They dress up your outfits, but you can easily walk in them and take the train and all the things. So I do recommend bringing like an evening dressy shoe if you want to wear a heel. And then if you're going in winter or if you see rain on your forecast, I would opt to bring like a weatherproof shoe. I wore these lug sole boots all the time in Paris, and these are great for those colder days, or if it was drizzling, these are great because they are waterproof. So just look at the weather radar. If there's no rain in your future, congratulations, you can pass on it. But if there is a bit of rain, just be sure you bring some shoes that you don't mind getting wet. And just for reference, you don't have to bring all of these shoes. So for my upcoming 7-day trip, I am bringing 3 pairs of shoes. I'm bringing 1 pair of white sneakers, I'm bringing a ballet flat, and then these booty heels to go with all of my outfits. Next thing to consider when packing for your trip is a button-down shirt. Now, I prefer a full-on white shirt because it is so versatile. You can wear these with any bottoms, and it's basically like a key capsule piece, and it works for all seasons in Paris. Again, Paris has that like kind of business casual, kind of dressy look to it every single day. So a white button-up shirt, in my opinion, is so good for Paris. Now, for my 7-day trip, I'm thinking of bringing a white one and a blue stripe button-up shirt just to bring in those like spring colors. And again, it looks great with jeans, it looks great with trousers. You could even pair it with like a skirt or something. So this top will go with every bottom that you're wearing, and you could wear it more than once and style it in a few different ways. Very versatile. I would opt for one that is either 100% cotton, or if you're going in summertime, perhaps a linen one would be a really great option for you. But again, it has that chic, effortless look to it, and it's so Parisian in my opinion. And if you have been to Paris or you're going to Paris, I would love to hear it down below. When did you go? What did you pack? What did you regret not packing? Another thing to consider in packing for Paris is your sweaters. Now, I in particular, I do love a cashmere sweater, so I am bringing a few cashmere styles. A long sleeve is great, especially for fall, winter, and spring, but for the spring, summer, if the weather is inching up, you could opt for one like this. The sweater that I'm wearing is a cashmere sweater, but it's a short sleeve, which I find so great because it's not so warm, but you can wear it in that spring, summer, like middle temperature range. And the stripes, adding in those French vibes. If you don't know what colors to pack, I would say in general, the Paris color palette is a little bit more neutral. A gray sweater is fantastic. A black one's perfect too, because you can wear that for day and evening. A striped one is fantastic, and you can bring in some seasonal colors throughout those things. But if you want to minimize the items that you are bringing, make sure all of your sweaters work with all of the bottoms that you're bringing. That way you can mix and match and kind of create your own mini capsule wardrobe. For my upcoming trip, I'm bringing a few different sweaters. I haven't like narrowed it down yet, but here's like an overview of the sweaters and tops that I'm bringing for my trip. I would also consider when you're packing your tops to pack different weights. So I would bring some like t-shirts. I would also bring some sweaters so you can kind of play around with the weather. Again, it can be very much like cold in the morning, hot in the afternoon, and being able to kind of peel away layers is a really great thing to consider when packing for your trip. When you pack your long sleeve sweaters, keep in mind you can always layer them over your shoulders. So maybe you pack like a white t-shirt, you can layer your like colorful sweater over your shoulders. It's so chic in my opinion. You can play around with like different colors, and it's a great way to wear your sweater as the weather gets warmer throughout the day. Next thing to pack for your trip are jeans, which is so easy because I feel like we all have a good pair of jeans, right? As we're inching towards the era of skinny jeans again, maybe consider just doing a straight leg jean style for this year. For my upcoming trip, I am bringing 2 jeans. I'm bringing a medium wash and a very dark wash jean. You can wear both of these throughout the day, but I love that these dark wash jeans are evening appropriate because the color is very dark. They look kind of dressy, and at night you're not even gonna know it's a jean, but it has a very sophisticated look to it. These pants are gonna be like really what I'm wearing basically my entire trip. So pack your favorite jeans. I am thinking about adding in a wide leg white jean as well, just to switch up my looks, but I don't want to overpack. I'm just trying to keep it very simple, so when I'm there, I don't have to think about it so much. Another pant that you could bring is a trouser style. I'm gonna bring 1 pair of black trousers. Again, it's great for the daytime and the evening. You could also pack like a cameled color trouser as well. You can wear these day or night. They have a very sophisticated look to them, and they look very elegant. So a trouser is very chic and very much appropriate for Paris. And you could also pack a slip skirt or a slip dress. That silk fabric is just very beautiful. I am packing 1 black slip skirt just because I want to wear more slip skirts in my life. Like I feel like they're very trendy, they're very cute, they're very comfortable, and you can wear slip skirts day or night. During the day, you could style it casually with just like a t-shirt, but for evening time, you can wear like maybe more of like a blouse style and like dress up the slip skirt. And I keep mentioning day and evening. I feel like when you are packing for a trip like Paris, most of your whole day, you're going to be outside outside of your hotel, like touring around, you may or may not have time to change your clothes for the evening. Your outfit should kind of have a dressier kind of feel to it, especially if you want to have a sit down lunch or go to a nice dinner after sightseeing, or if you want to take some cute outfit pics, kind of dressing in that formal kind of dressier way throughout the day so you don't have to go back and change. I always love to go back and change and freshen up, have a glass of wine, and like just undo the day for me. Depending on your travel style, I always like to bring at least 2 outfits per day. Is that extra? I don't know. Let me know. Do you pack 2 outfits or am I packing too much? Let me know down below what you do. Next, jackets. Okay, jackets are big because these are the things that you're going to be seeing a lot of, and the most important thing to keep you warm, especially when the weather, I feel like Paris is very much like, it could be cold, it could be warm, like you're going to feel all kinds of temperatures throughout just one week. The first style, you could do an oversized blazer, which is great because it's not going to be super, super warm, but it's going to give you some fun styles to play around with. I'm thinking of packing a leather blazer specifically for evening looks, or if I want to just dress up my outfits. Another jacket is a lady style jacket or a cropped tweed jacket. I think it has a very French look to it. For my 7-day trip, I'm going to bring one white colored like tweed style jacket. I feel like it has such an elegant look to it, and this one is specifically from J. Crew. I think this one is sold out, but I will link a similar one. It has a medium weight to it, so it does provide warmth and it looks so chic in my opinion. Another style you can consider is a trench coat, which is very functional, especially with Paris. It can rain a lot, so a trench coat is just a very key piece, especially if you do see rain in your forecast, and it just has a very elegant look to it. And like I mentioned, you could bring a leather jacket for a cool kind of chic look for your trip to Paris. Now, if you're going in winter time, definitely bring a wool coat. I don't think Paris is really known for like athletic style puffer jackets. Like you'll see them around, but when I was there in February, I was just like, everyone has such a cool coat. I saw beautiful long gray wool coats that just look so chic. Brown coats, black coats. Oh, the coats there are really good. And by the way, save some room in your luggage because the shopping there is fantastic. Don't get me started. But again, for winter, a wool coat style is definitely very Parisian, very cute. A must to bring on your trip. Now, if you're going in spring, summer, you could consider bringing some dresses. I feel like dresses are very much more of like a summer thing. I feel like in spring, it may be just a little bit too cold to wear a dress. For example, when I went to Versailles, I wore this short dress in April with sandals, and everyone was staring at me because they thought I was insane to wear a dress because it was not warm at all. I was freezing in this, but I was like, I really want to dress up for Versailles. I also packed completely wrong for this trip, so I hope this video is helpful if you are planning a trip. This was way too short. In general, I feel like for Paris, it didn't really show a lot of skin, and also it was just not weather appropriate. So for my upcoming trip this spring, I'm only bringing one dress, and it's a long maxi dress style that I can wear a jacket or blazer over it, and it will go well with my ballet flats or my booty heels, so kind of like a mid-tone kind of piece. But if you are visiting in warmer spring or summer, I think a summer dress is definitely appropriate. I would say though, in winter, they do wear a lot of skirts, but they never show bare legs. So if you're going in like fall, winter, spring and want to wear a shorter skirt, I would say pack a pair of tights, just because no one really shows off their legs. Like, is it a thing? Because I really didn't see anyone show off their leg without a tight on. So definitely pack a pair of tights. But if you want to dress up for evening time, I think a little black dress just always goes a long way, looks fantastic with everything, and works well at any season. So those are the key clothing items that I would consider packing for a trip. I feel like you don't really have to overthink it. It's just very core staple pieces that probably already in your wardrobe, just styled in a very French way. So that leads me on to accessories. If you want to kind of complete all of these looks, a crossbody bag is so Parisian. And when I left the house, I saw so many Polen bags. I have a full Polen video if you want to see different styles. I will link it up here. I also have some Parisian crossbody bags from Atelier's August. I will also leave those linked. So lots of different like crossbody styles. You can have your hands free, which is really key, especially when you're traveling. You can also kind of keep your purse on your body. You don't have to really worry about pickpockets or anything with a crossbody bag. And you'll see lots of crossbody styles, especially in a chic kind of leather way. You can also wear this style for evening. So for my upcoming trip, I'm bringing 2 bags, a black crossbody and a white crossbody that the chain goes down to a shoulder bag. So I can wear that in a different style. Or you could bring like a sling style crossbody bag as well. But you can also bring like your favorite purse style. I just think having your hands free is just so easy. But I also like this like bucket style bag. Be sure to keep your eye on it because this one does not have any zippers to close it up. I would consider packing a great pair of sunglasses, one belt would really complete all of these looks. You could even pack like a silk scarf. I tie one around my neck. I thought it was just a really cute touch to add in some pattern and some jewelry. I will say the jewelry there is very minimal. So like these kind of like earring styles would be really cute, or just like a very nice watch or a simple bracelet. I think just kind of less is more when it comes to French styling. And when you are packing for your trip, a suitcase is very important. I'm gonna be using the Samsonite suitcase, plus this one expands. So if I end up going shopping, like I mentioned, the shopping in Paris is so fantastic. Like everything there is just so wonderful. So this one expands in case I bring in some extra souvenirs I did not plan on buying. And the wheels on this work fantastic. Now, a lot of people recommend that you don't bring a huge bag and you just pack one small bag that goes over the plane because your luggage might get lost and it's hard to carry it around and the hotel rooms are small. That is true, but if you are going for like more than 5 days, I would definitely consider just bringing a checked bag. Always include like an Apple AirTag in your bag, so if it were to get lost, knock on wood, I have never had my bag lost, so please, knock on wood, like for real. I don't want that to happen to me, but I have never had my bag get lost on any trip. But if you do plan on taking the train and things, it is much easier to do a small bag. I always like to get like an Uber or car service to the hotel anyway. I wouldn't overthink the size of the bag too much. Some other key things to bring is your outlet converter adapter. I will leave my favorite down below. It works well on all of my trips. Make sure that you can plug in all of your electronics, essentials. If you do see some rain in your forecast, I would consider packing a travel umbrella. And to keep your things organized while packing cubes do help. I always like to keep like my underwear, socks, pajamas in one cube, but that I can just reference and find it very quickly. I like to keep my tops in one, just so it's very organized, especially when I'm looking for something, I know exactly where it is. Now, some things to not wear in Paris, I will go over it briefly. You're not gonna find a lot of people wearing athleisure clothes. You're not gonna find people wearing leggings, sports bras, like in public, or just like sneakers. It just is not as common as here in the US. Like when I came back from being in Paris for a month and came back to the US, I was like, oh my gosh, we see it so much. It's very common that everyone's wearing like a legging and like a t-shirt. They just don't do it. They don't do it there. So if you want to fit in or you want to blend in more with the locals, just avoid bringing your Lululemon. Sorry, just don't bring it. Bring a nice trouser or jean instead. Another thing is like they don't really wear like branded t-shirts. Like here in the US, we love our branded t-shirts. We love our Packers. We love our Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, I'm from Wisconsin, guys. So I'm gonna name all the Wisconsin teams. They don't really wear any like branded items there. It's very minimal, very just plain. So I would leave those at home. And they don't really show a lot of skin, like I mentioned. They're not really wearing super short booty shorts. They're not really wearing super short things in general, especially in the fall, winter, spring season. In summer, you might see a little bit more skin, but it's very much a bit more covered up. In general, it's kind of formal and a bit more sophisticated than like super short shorts. All right, so there goes some things to consider when packing for a trip to Paris. I hope this was helpful and you got some inspiration for outfit ideas. And I love packing for Paris just because it's very capsule. It really takes everything down to the basics and you can really style all these outfits for a few different days. And if you're not even headed to a trip to Paris, I hope you just found some new outfit inspiration. If you have some upcoming trips planned, I want to share with you some videos to watch next on the channel. I have a whole playlist on travel must-haves if you want to learn about the best travel pillow, my favorite makeup case, toiletry case. I have all of those things in my travel must-haves playlist. And if you want to learn how you can survive that long haul flight and some long haul flight essentials, that will help you out with those flights. So again, let me know if you were headed to Paris, what was your packing mistake? What did you love packing? I would love to hear it down below. With that, I hope you guys have a super awesome rest of the week. Stay tuned for my Paris vlog and I will see you in the next one. Bye.